No surprises this week that we're all about the GFinity Elite Series final with a sprinkling of CoD. You're watching the Podium. G'day gamers and welcome to the Podium, where we take a look at the biggest hits, epic takedowns and classic comebacks from across the world of esports. I am joined by a man who knows his way around an esports arena. That's Mr. Joe Gilroy.
That's true, and I'm joined by a man who doesn't, Podium.
How dare you?
Oh,
Blasphemy.
sorry, my bad.
Yes. But no, it has been a really great week. There's been a lot of good action. We'll get to the GFinity finals shortly because there was a lot going on with the culmination of that series. But first, we're going to kick it over to the United States, where we see Tainted Minds in action.
In one of your classic comebacks, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, this really was one of the best comebacks I've ever seen. Before the clip that we're about to show, as always, the highlights system limits us to a little bit of, restricts the time a little bit. But before this, they were down 5-1, and they managed to bring it back with 5 flag caps in a row, including the overtime bid. It's spectacular. Let's just go into it.
Have to win some gunfights. Nades come through by Krim. Well, not able to find him, but Scump finds Super the nade. He's being chased. He's being chased by Methods. He has to go. He's got to go. Damage needs to run. He's being hunted down. He's able to get across. And Tainted Minds, they tie this game up 5-5.
One final surge. If anyone's going to get the win, it's going to be Tainted Minds in this spot. It's Nibble. He's got to get the flag touch. He's looking for the kill on Octane. He's going to get slowed down. 6 seconds left. You got to touch the flag. Swiftazords, it looks like he's going for it. Optic Gaming in the back. He's going to get wiped. Swiftazords has the flag. A player just to his right. Damage is going to be there. Damage, he's got to pre-fire. He's got to do something. He got to stop Krim, and he's going to get it. He's going to get the kill. He's going to get the flag. Can he get out of dodge? Optic Gaming, they're surging through mid-map, but the support is there from Tainted Minds. They can get this win. Someone's on the OE. The flag carrier, he's still gone. He's in fire. He's getting out in the back. It's going to be Methods. He's going to get shut down. The flag returns. It's picked up, and they got the flag. Down 5-1. The winning 6-5.
Yeah, so you were saying off camera, that might very well be the comeback of the year.
It might be. It's definitely one of my highlights of the year. It was spectacular. I mean, Optic are an awesome Call of Duty team, and Tainted Minds had to work really hard to put it together. So, I mean, yeah, all credit to them. They did it. They worked so hard.
Yeah, and it's great to see that level of, flashes of brilliance on a stage like this. Was there anything else from the tournament that you like from them? Showing promise for future tournaments? I
mean, I think there's a lot to be, keen on about Australian Call of Duty. We've got 2 teams who are competing at the highest level, Mindfreak and Tainted Minds. That's exciting. If you're just a Call of Duty fan, though, I don't know if you get into it, but the beta was announced for next month. Are you going to jump in?
I will definitely not be playing that.
Awesome.
So moving on from being destroyed by 14-year-olds in Call of Duty multiplayer, we're going to take a look at one of the highlights of the local esports scene, the GFinity Australia Elite Series, which culminated over the weekend with the grand finals in all 3 streams of the tournament. Not an unexpected result in most cases.
No.
I
mean, you'd have to go back a couple of weeks to get to a point where Order dominating would be an unexpected result because I guess it led into, once we got to the grand finals, the Order were...
It was pretty clear.
The favourites the whole way through, But nevertheless, I mean, some fantastic the CSGO, which we're going to have a look at first, saw the Chiefs putting up a spectacular fight. Order went in with their full roster, as they have done through a lot of the series, and they are one of the best CSGO teams in Australia. And the Chiefs were
undermanned, and they lost their coach shortly before the contest as well. So at a bit of a disadvantage, but still put up a decent fight.
They did. I mean, the first map was a bit of a washout, but the second 2, they really turned it on, and it was super close. Unfortunately, they didn't get there. They couldn't stop Order, but I mean, you're going to see why. In this clip, Alistair he's scary. He is always scary, but he aces against the Chiefs team. Let's have a look.
That's so close on the off angle. Flash coming in, and finding one, but the trade comes out straight away. Alistair playing that counter flash position. Although APOC not going to spot the tee up on the blue roof. Ali jumping out, drawing that crosshair into no man's land. We are going to see a 3v3 scenario. Alistair finding Doom as that Molotov did come out to force him out of position. Dizzy though finds one, can't find the second. Alistair doing great jobs for the Order team right now. 4K, can he grab the ace? Flicks making his way slowly, sneakily out onto the bomb train, but Emag going to be taken down. Is Ali going to get the ace? Yes, he will! 5 kills, but only 1 man alive.
Yeah, so there you have it. Order cleaning up in the CSGO portion of the series. So, any surprises throughout there? Was there anyone that you expected to put up more of a fight, or to just kind of like they just build their momentum throughout the tournament?
I mean, that is, I think the biggest surprise was the fight that the Chiefs put up after, I think that ace from Alistair came pretty early, and it did rob the Chiefs of momentum on map 1, and the fact that they managed to turn it around was pretty awesome. Yeah, like I said, they didn't get there, but they came pretty close.
Yeah,
Closer than I certainly expected.
Yeah, so it was a good fight, but everyone was kind of expecting Order to walk in. They put up a fight, but it was the result we're kind of expecting.
A little bit.
So with that out of the way, we move on to the Rocket League stream of the tournament with the Melbourne Derby.
Yes.
Order and Avant going up against each other. Maybe not as closely contested as some of the other streams.
Maybe not, but actually there was hope in this as well.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, Order were the clear favourites, and Avant were coming in. I mean, they defeated the Chiefs. They broke the 18-month win streak of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So there was.
They had the momentum going in.
Exactly, but the first game they got soundly beaten. They got Germany versus Brazil.
Too soon.
But they came back in the second game, and I thought that showed incredible resolve. What we're going to see now is Avant managing to close out the second game in overtime. They did spectacular to stay in it and then finish it off.
Yeah.
Express narrowly keeps it away. Shady, a great clear as well. 10 seconds remaining, and Sammy and Blitz have to get this ball out of here. Shady, what a centre for Dumbo. They only just saved. Then again. Zen again. Melbourne Avant by this much, ladies and gentlemen, by this much. We move into overtime.
And they hang on by a thread. It is only a thread, but geez, overtime in game 1. Can they wipe the result of game 1 off the board? Game 2 here, it's all to play for.
Touched by Express. He was only one rotating back. Dumbo now there as well. The drop there. Blitz coming in. Centre to Zen. But they're passing the ball now. They're not taking shots as risky as before. Sammy rolls it, and they've got it.
And that's it right there. These flashes are brilliant. Stopping the 2 shots on goal right at the death, and then pushing into overtime. There were those moments, but just unfortunately, Order just too strong overall.
I think what it is ultimately is that the Order team have so much experience at this high level of play, playing against people who really want to win, and at the same time, Avant are still a little bit inexperienced. What they really did is show that they are able, they're able to clutch, and I think with more experience, they're just going to get even better.
Yeah, but that's what we want to see from the GFinity League series across the board. Is teams building that experience and building that momentum, so we can see better contests next season.
Yeah, absolutely. And the more you think about it, the better the Avant story is. They came from the Challenger series.
Yeah.
Like that's the GFinity dream, right? You
100%.
work your way up through the Challenger series and get onto a team, and then you're competing in the grand final against one of the best in Australia.
Yeah, it's a great story. And staying with the GFinity Elite series, going to the final stream of Street Fighter, which is the contest that you said you liked throughout the year. They've shown some of the great contests and the way that they've structured it really well. But Order taking out the gong in this one as well.
I mean, yeah, this was the feather in the cap. They finished off their 3-0 sweep of the entire game series at GFinity's initial season. It was pretty good regardless, though. I mean, it's always good when the Street Fighter players get out there.
Yeah.
They're unbelievably entertaining. The best-of-1 format definitely lends to some surprise upsets. And Order's team in particular, they know how to ham it up. They love playing the heel. It was really nice seeing ROF manage to get the victory. I've spoken to him a number of times. He's a genuinely good guy who just likes to, play it up for the camera, and he does it well. So, let's have a look at him. He has to finish off ground zeros, basically, and that's what he does.
Melbourne Order at the GFinity Elite Series. Opening salvo.
Oh my goodness, Bullhorn straight away. So that's part of the
there's
reason,
the command grab.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I think people say this is a bad matchup for Akuma is he can't throw fireballs, and that's one of his best pokes.
All right, and Dookie just getting completely out-poked here now in the corner, and it's stun already. Here comes the jump in from ROF. Could this be it for Dookie now? Dookie's got his work cut out for him. Oh, and the dirty cross-up, and Melbourne Order is on championship point to take the GFinity Elite Series.
Yep, there you have it. Business as usual. closing out. Yeah. So and it's great to see those kind of personalities as well. Because the league is finding its feet, and
they did a really good job of sort of I guess showing that entertaining heel side, but also the human side behind it as well. I think that's one of the things GFinity did a good job of. And Street Fighter, it was the perfect way to showcase it because they're all such characters, which is awesome.
Yeah, and with the series coming to an end, you said like the way they showcase the players and the different personalities is really good. What was your biggest takeaway from this series? I mean, we've enjoyed watching it, and we've been to watched the live crowds and we've seen the coverage, and it's been a really great experience all round for domestic competition launching its first go. What was your kind of biggest takeaway from the series in general?
I mean, it was fantastic. As you said, there was a lot to love. I guess, the cynic in me wonders if it could be better. There are a couple of things that could be improved. I'm sure they'll work on it. I think they have to revisit the format for the competition in particular. It's something that all the players sort of wanted to talk about. It's not the most competitive. It's more entertaining than it is competitive.
Yeah,
I think,
which is good as a content the viewing public. That's essentially you're trying to build a groundswell of support.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think as a person who loves competition though, I'd love to see the most competitive variant.
So there's a balance in there.
Yeah, there has to be something in there. I think. But they just got to find it. I mean, there's so much to juggle there. There's time management and player management and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how they do it necessarily, but I'm sure it's in there, and I'd love to see if they could find it.
Yeah, well, tune in next week where we cover an in-depth analysis of how they can improve for next season. But no, it was a fantastic first run, and we enjoyed it. We enjoyed tuning in. It was great to see it broadcast on free-to-air TV as well.
Yeah.
Great building blocks for the future of domestic esports.
100%.
So there you have it, folks. Another great week, culminating in the end of a series and some teams competing overseas. But the action doesn't stop there because one of the teams we mentioned earlier, Tainted Minds, is actually in action right now.
Right now. They're CSGO teams in London. They're competing in the Face It Asia Minor. Hopefully they do well. I'm sure they will. I mean, they kick ass. They're a great team in CSGO. They're one of our best. So, fingers crossed. Also in the Counter-Strike, we've got the CGPL finals this weekend as well. There's heaps going on. So, as always.
Yeah, no, lots to tune in on. So, congratulations to Order in their big win. Obviously, Melbourne based. So, are they taking the mantle of Australia's premier esports town?
That's ridiculous. That's patently ridiculous. I cannot believe you'd say that to me. I mean, they've won one series. I mean, let's face it.
All three streams of one series.
Oh, my Lord. It's one season. It barely matters. Look, I'll tell you who's going to win next time. I'll tell you who's going to win. Okay? Sydney Chiefs, baby. Yeah.
You heard it here first. Predictions for next season. The Chiefs all the way.